Hello friends, welcome to AB Astrology. Actually, the one version of this video I did it in Hindi, the another version I'm doing it right now uh, in English as usual for the Western audience or for those ones who cannot understand Hindi, which is my native language. See, it's a very, it was not decided that I had to do this video today, but as soon as I saw the notification on my phone, it is a Uttarashada Nakshatra, and on top of that, it is a Pada 4, which is a very interesting Pada because that is the Pada where the Abhijit Nakshatra falls, or the Abhijit Muhurta, we can say. And some part of it falls in the certain degree of Shravana as well, but the major part falls in the Pada 4 of Uttarashada. And Uttarashada Nakshatra needs no introduction. It's a sun-ruled nakshatra, and why I'm making this video today, because even when I was recording with Babaji few days back, he was telling me the story for the same nakshatra. Even though the story which I have got it from my teacher or what I have learned from the different scholars was very slightly different from what he was saying, but that's not the point. We should be open to all the versions. We should be broad-minded enough to listen to everyone, and that's what the real learning is all about. So we should be open and forthcoming to all the versions. So that's why in all the videos I always say is that it is solely based on my opinion, my understanding, my experiences, or whatever learning I have gained through my through different scholars or the teachers I was studying through. So let's come back to Uttarashada, and as soon as we talk about Uttarashada, Mahabharata has to be there. And the story behind Uttarashada and Abhijit Nakshatra take us back to the Mahabharata as well. So we all know we have Pandavas, we had Kauravas, and there were 5 brothers from the Pandava side, and there were 100 brothers from the Kaurava side. And the Jesht one from the Pandava was Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sadev. And from the opponent side, there was Duryodhan, Dushasan, and so on. See, mythology is very important for those, especially I'm passing this message to those ones who wants to learn nakshatras. Mythology is very important. Epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, Mahadev, Shani, I cannot put enough emphasis. We should learn about that. And there is a saying, if you start seeing a season or epic like Mahabharata on a Uttarashada or Purvashada day, it's considered very good. And again, before I tell you the story behind the Abhijit Nakshatra, Uttarashada, as I said, it's a sun-ruled nakshatra. It's considered one of the best nakshatras, or I would say the best nakshatra to do any important task in life. So if you want to do any important task in life, this is a very good nakshatra, especially the Pada 4-1, the Pada 4, the Charan 4th of this nakshatra, which is called the Abhijit Nakshatra as well. So why there are 27 nakshatras? Why not 28? Let's talk about that. See, Duryodhan from the Kauravas, the Jesht Putra, the Jesht son of Kaurava side, he knew Sadev from the Pandavas. He knew the Sadev is very versed, very well known for Jyotisha, for astrology in those time in his town. He knew that. And he also knew that if I go to his if I go to him and if I seek help, he will not deny, because in those time it was a parampara that very high ethics were considered by the astrologers. Even today also, it's not like um, those ethics are gone. It's not like that. Some of them are following the high ethics even today very much. So he knew, Duryodhan knew that if I go to Sadhev and if I ask him about something, he will never deny me. So he went before the war, before the war which happened, and he asked Sadhev, Sadhev, can you tell me the time, the muhurta, in which if I start the war, the victory going to be mine and nobody can defeat me? Now Sadhev was thinking, because he came to him and he was duty bound, and he has to tell him that what he can do, or what is the correct timing, or the perfect muhurta to offer him. So he said, if you Duryodhan, if you do, or if you start the war on certain day, under certain nakshatra, at certain time, the victory is yours, and no one can defeat you. And Uttarashada, we all know, it's a final. It's known for the final victory. It's the invincible. It's very hard to defeat the opponent. It's not even hard. I would say it's next to impossible. And maybe at the end of the video, I will give you a few examples so that you can do the analysis on their chart. So it's a war-based nakshatra as well, and we are talking about Mahabharata. See, look at the omen, look at the nakshatra energy, how it plays out. And so Duryodhan was very happy, but he did not knew. He was very happy because he got the perfect help. He got the perfect muhurta, and he got the perfect timing to start the war. But he did not knew that somewhere down the line, Lord Krishna was listening to all this. And Lord Krishna is one of the avatars of Lord Vishnu, and he's the preserver, I would say, or he's everything. He's the Lord himself was listening everything, and that's where he was also thinking, and he was saying to Sadhev in his back of his mind, what you have done, you foolish guy. You told him the perfect muhurta. If he starts the war on that muhurta, the victory gonna be his, and that's not the destiny allows. So he was kind of in a funny way cursing him in the subconscious mind. But now he had to do something about it, because we all know the victory was on the Pandava side. So that's where, from at that moment, he totally damaged, or you can say vanished, the Abhijit Nakshatra. So that's why it's 27 nakshatra scheme, even though some still take 28, but technically it's 27. So that is the reason, that is the story behind the Abhijit Nakshatra, why we say it's a 27 nakshatra scheme, why not 28? Because that's where the Lord Krishna disappeared, disappeared the Abhijit Nakshatra from the Brahmandal, we can say, or from the cosmos, or from the galaxies. And but again, there is little more to it. Some people say that in the famous pictures or images we see for Lord Krishna, he is wearing a kalgi, right, of a peacock feather. That's where he had given the symbol of Abhijit Nakshatra on his forehead as a gratitude or as a gesture. Again, the main point was see how important the mythology is in nakshatra. So that's why I keep telling people that you should watch epics like Mahabharata, Ramayana, Krishna, because once you know the chemistry between the characters, when you know how the mythology is involved, then you learn a lot about nakshatras. And I know I have to make more videos on nakshatras as well, and I promise you I will, because if I show you quickly, let me show you. It's see, I made a lot of notes. See, if you see for Bharni, see, I do a full-time job, so I'm not getting enough time so that I can make the slides, this and that, because I'm getting tons of emails that people wanted to learn nakshatras from me. I don't know how I can teach anyone. I am a student myself, but still, I do my best to share my thoughts, my notes, because see, when I make notes like this. So if you tell me your moon nakshatra or sun nakshatra or the I can tell you 50 things just by your nakshatra, or 50 features or characteristics one should be having, or if it's afflicted, what they will be lacking. So nakshatras are very important. And see, you guys have to understand, nakshatras are there even before the zodiac sign. So all the rishis and munis used to predict by the nakshatras in those times. So nakshatra plays out big time, not even in muhurta, even in the prediction basis, or there I have tons of examples in my mind. It's just that this video was not about that. The video was about the Abhijit Nakshatra and the mythology or the story behind the Abhijit Nakshatra, which I find it, because even just like I mentioned, Babaji ji was telling me that you should tell your audience about this story about the behind the Abhijit or Uttarashada Nakshatra, because maybe a lot of you already knew about it, but those who don't know, you might find it a little interesting about this Abhijit Nakshatra. So it's a sun ruled nakshatra, so a lot of activities related to sun. It's a good nakshatra to take the initiative. So take the initiative if you want to do anything very important in your life. It's a good day to start that, especially the Pada 4, the Charan 4 of Uttarashada is considered the best Muhurta. Abhijit Muhurta needs no introduction, but I really wanted to tell you today the story behind the Uttarashada and the Abhijit Nakshatra. Hope you like the message. And also what you can do is, as just like I said, all the wars and everything has been seen from the Uttarashada or the Purvashada. Purvashada is more like the initiation part, but the execution part is seen, the final victory is seen from the Uttarashada side. So it's a good day for those, even for the Western audience and for the Indian audience. It's a good day to watch at least the episode of a Mahabharata and take a lesson from it. Each and every episode has a huge lesson behind it, and it's good for the kids also to watch it. Not on a war-based thing, in order to see the culture of those times and the tradition, to understand the tradition. Even for a strategist also, it's a good epic to watch how the strategies were made in those times, and the strategies from those times are the best strategies even until now. So I think you might have find it this video interesting, because I find it very interesting when I got to know that why the Abhijit part was totally we call it a shadow side, why it was totally vanished, because there is a mythology involved by the Lord Krishna. Because when he heard that what Sadev has told to Duryodhan, and then he had to do the strategy again. See how the strategy part is coming into this nakshatra. So he made the strategy, and he made vanished the Abhijit from the Brahmandal, or from the cosmos, and from the galaxy. and later on, we all know what happened, who won the war. So I find it very interesting, and hopefully even Babaji Ji would be very happy, because he told me a few days back, you should share this mythology with your viewers. So thank you guys.
It's
I'll
5 o'clock.
come back with more videos whenever I'll get time. I'll post more videos on nakshatras as well. As you can see, I have lots of notes on nakshatras, and it's just that I'm not getting enough time, as I have a full-time thing on the other side. But whenever I will, and share a lot of things, lot of remedies based on the nakshatra point of view. There is a lot to discuss, a lot. So I'll see you guys again, and I'll make some strategy tonight and take some initiation. See you guys.